Well, you don't like your guys to get in foul trouble, but the three guys you brought off the bench, especially in the first half, really helped.
Yeah, I thought, you know, if you're going to pick three guys to say who was the most valuable player of the game, I'd definitely take Frank and Jamari and Tariq. They were great in the first half, and you know, they didn't play as much the second half, but certainly in the first half, they're the main reason why we had a lead. Weeks had a pretty good half, but I thought our bench played really well.
Did you have to say something to Andrew or something after the first by he didn't let him do anything at all after that?
Well, the first three he made was on Wayne, and then he made a couple on Andrew, and then after that, Andrew did a good job guarding him. He's a good player. They got a good team. Their guards are good. And Staten can get to where he wants to go just about every possession. Frank did a really nice job on him in the first half. He still had 9 points on 3 shots, but I thought that defensively for the second game in a row that we were better, and certainly we rebounded the ball very well defensively.
Bill, Wayne talked about the energy lift that the guys off the bench gave you. Could you just talk a little bit about that? In what ways do you feel like the team's performance picked up?
Well, I thought to be real candid, I thought we had a couple of starters, and Joe didn't get a chance to play because he fouled. So you know, it's hard to say, you know, Joe didn't have energy because he didn't get a chance to play much. But there were a couple of starters that obviously I thought that didn't play with the energy they should, and you know, you need your best players playing the best. The reason they start is because they're your best players. But I really did. We didn't have a drop off at all when we went to Tariq and Maury and Frank, and that turned out to be real positive for us.
What did it mean to have Sedona to the 74 Final Four team here to see that?
Well, I mean, it's cool. I mean, you know, I hope I'm around when they bring the 08 team or the 12 team back, you know, in 2035 or whatever it is, but 2040. But, you know, it's cool to see Coach come back because, you know, he's still connected to all his players. He does a remarkable job of staying in touch with folks. And I don't know how many guys came back, but it looked like to me there was a pretty good percentage of guys that could come back that were here. And so, you know, that was obviously a special team and a great year for Kansas basketball. But certainly, I think it's good for our guys to witness that.
Bill, did you hope that Joel was maybe past some of those foul issues, or what was the problem today with that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I think that happens sometimes. You know, I'd have to think back and think about, you know, his second foul he got, he charged on the baseline, and you know, people are going to play the scout report, and that was probably a smart defensive play by Noreen, and I can't remember what happened in addition to that, but a lot of times when Joe fouls, it's not because he fouls his man, it's because he fouls somebody else's man when he goes to help, or they force help, and then he tries to recover back, and it's too late. But you know, big guys, there's enough contact, big guys foul, especially, you know, you look at it like that, how many of their guys had 2 or 3 fouls early that were big? I mean, so when, you know, you just don't call them one way, so he's got to do a better job of playing straight up. But for the most part, you know, I thought they were probably good calls and things he's got to learn from. But with big guys, if they play hard, they're going to foul. So I'm not going to read too much into it.
Double-double in 17 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I told him. I said, you didn't play a lick today, and you had 11 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And, you know, and so that's pretty good production for a guy that didn't get a chance to play a lot. But, you know, we'd be such a better team if he's able to play 30 without question. But today, you know, I'm not sure there was a drop-off at all when Tariq was in the game.
Has Tariq taken another step in the last few weeks? It seems like he's more comfortable on offense.
I think Tariq is playing in the exact way that we envisioned him playing when we first got him. I mean, maybe a little better even. I mean, he's doing a lot of good things. He's very vocal. He coaches through his voice a lot of times, especially defensively, and he's getting more confidence offensively, and he's playing within himself. He's doing a nice job.
Jamari, too, on offense, he just looks a lot more comfortable finishing at the
The way Maury scores usually is by getting angles or hustle points, and yeah, he's as good as anybody we have in doing those things. And he's getting more confident offensively. Of course, when you make an easy basket, it's easy to get a little confidence. but yeah, Maury's playing well.
How do you think the starters played the second half and in crunch time?
I thought pretty well. I thought Wayne had a good game, a couple of bad plays late, but I thought he had a super game. And I thought Nadir was really good the second half. And Wiggs had a good game, and Perry was better the second half, and Joe obviously was better late. So you could make a case that they played better, but the whole thing is West Virginia's good. I mean, if you'd have told me before the game we'd have to fire our butts off and win by 14, I would say that we had to play pretty well.
What do you think of the league race after what happened today?
The only thing I know that happened is that K-State beat Texas, so I don't know any other scores. So the league race is still open. I mean, I think everybody's got 8 games left or something like that. Maybe some teams have 7, but we're in a favorable position with the 2-game lead. But we go to Manhattan on Monday. If you don't play well, you got a 1-game lead, so anything can happen. So I'm happy where we're at, but certainly not satisfied. We gotta go win Monday.
You still hoping that transition buckets go up? A few weeks ago, you mentioned that they're too low, not creating steals.
Yeah, we're doing a better job in transition now. I think we're doing a better job pitching ahead and things like that. So yeah, anytime you score easy, you want to, and if you're going to shoot 55%, you got to shoot a lot of inside shots, and usually inside shots come in transition as well.
Coach, this is you're playing a team Monday. You've already met. Do you have to coach, scout report as much, or
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
Oh, we'll coach scout report because it's been a while, and I'm sure, although I haven't studied yet, so I'm sure that they're doing some things a little differently than they did the first game. And I really think the score of the first game is totally irrelevant. I think how we guard them and how they guarded us would be the things that we look at, not whether the ball went in the hole or not. And so, and we know it'll be a totally different game over there with the energy we get from their fans. But it'll be a great test for our young kids to go over there and see how tough we are. So I'm going to approach it like, we need to put blinders on and not look left, not look right, and only look straight ahead, and go with a very focused purpose on the job we have to do, and see where we're at. But sometimes we can lose focus pretty easily. But this is one of those games we can't do that. We need to be pretty intent the next 48 hours.
Would it matter either way how they played today?
No.
Were you going over there?
No. I don't think how they played today matters Monday. I don't think how we played today. I don't think how our first game went matters Monday. I think that the one thing that should matter is they're going to be playing with confidence, and we'll be playing with confidence. So you'll have 2 good teams hooking up against each other. But I'm not one to believe a lot of past scores or this or that, or even what happened yesterday, how it affects the day, because this ball bounces differently, it seems like, every day.
Can past scores hurt your players mentally though when they win by a big number? And then
I guess they could, but they won't. Well, I can't say that, but we're certainly try not to. If our guys think that the past score has something to do with tomorrow's game, then we'll get beat. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, we will. We've gone over there and gone to other places with the mindset that we know it's going to be a tough fight, and certainly if we go with a great mindset, it doesn't guarantee success, but it certainly puts us in position to have a better chance for it. But I don't think anything that happened in the past will have much to do with this game at all.
All right, Coach.
Okay, thanks.